Hello and welcome to the live trading room recap for Wednesday, February the 3rd. My name is Barry Anderson. I am the moderator of our trading room. This is the address again. It's a free room. And if you want to subscribe to Trade Ideas and get the latest and greatest discounts, this is the address that you can send the information to. And the room is open between 9 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I am live on the mic between those two times. All right, first and foremost, as promised, for those of you who are in the room today, see, Entra. This was brought to us by our great and good friend Boiler in the room, and he alerted us to it, I think, around right here. Basically said that they had some news that they were approved for resuming of sales in Brazil, and the stock just exploded from there, 839 all the way up to 964 before, it's pulled back a lot. And I actually did, I was able to get in at 910 and sell some at 933. So major kudos to Boiler, who pointed out, I think right around this level, was just racing way too much. I just wanted to see if it would hold 9 before I jumped in. But anyway, it's a great call, and that's what the room is all about. I keep saying the same thing. It is not just about me. In fact, I would love it to be about a whole bunch of other people also. I mean, just get more and more people involved. And this is a great collaborative effort, though, by Boiler indicating in the room that this happened. So big kudos to Boiler. All right. Now, I found Holly very interesting today. So here's the AI channel. Now it's a little hard to see right here. You see little sliver of green at the beginning, okay? I just want to show you the SPY. So when we woke up this morning, the SPY, here's where it closed yesterday. So it was highly optimistic. Look what happened right from the get-go. Sell, sell, sell. These are 5-minute candles. A complete and utter sell-off. But look what Holly was doing. Now, these were early trades. This was from our, I think it was the Sunrise Mover. Now, I had actually thought that we didn't have any stocks that were, or any strategies that were triggering in the first 15 minutes, but this one does. And even though, the SPY was drifting, not drifting, it was being like a brutal sell-off. Just there was, there's not one green candle here. The very first trades that Holly was alerting us to were going up. And I thought that was a pretty, now eventually, look, I mean, I'm not trying to paint this with a completely rosy picture, but eventually this is what happened because the SPY was relentless in its sell, and eventually they all turned negative. However, I was able to take ADT as an example. ADT, and compare it. If you can remember what the SPY looked like, the SPY was doing this, okay? And this, in fact, the SPY was doing this all the way down. I was able to get ADT. I took it at 2674. Let's see, the alert was at, I'm going to just bring up the alert. The alert was actually at 2642. Now, admittedly, the spread was it wasn't a great spread and all. And plus, I'm looking at the market tanking and wondering, geez, should I go anything long? Um, but I decided to take the trade, and again, the alert was at 26:42, and right, fairly early, 9:37, 7 minutes after the market is open. Remember, SPY is tanking at this time, but this one is going up. So decided, okay, taking the trade, got in at 26.64, so right around here. And, it was a nice, quick trade. I mean, that's about the best way I can describe it. I exited some, I got a little nervous again because the SPY was just tanking. So I took some out for a minor 10-cent profit and then got rewarded, popped through 27 and sold the balance at 27.23. So it was a very quick trade and, I mean, it has done actually pretty well considering the SPY had tanked for all this time. Now the SPY has had a recovery, but for those who are thinking, and in fact, look at this. I mean, we have actually come around now to a positive day. So I just focus on this though. I mean, some people were saying, well, the trades were too early, and some of them were spready. I get that, but the one I looked at, ADT, it wasn't as pretty as the other ones, and it looked like, and it had a nice little momentum pattern forming. So that's why I took it. And again, I thought it was pretty impressive that all those trades at the beginning of the day were going up as SPY was collapsing. So, I had other trades. Actually, MRD turned out to be an excellent trade. Not off our AI channel. MRD, now this came off the option plays, and let me see if I can find it. And this is again how you have to have an open mind. Now, notice here, this was a short. Now I missed this, 10:07. I'm not sure why I missed this short call. 13:16, and what a fabulous one that would have been. I mean, all the way down to 12:34. You might have got stopped out at some point here or taken some off, but definitely a nice one, almost $1. But what attracted me to this, when I was watching this and I realized that I had missed it, I was actually looking to reshort this, or not reshort. I didn't short in the first place, but maybe get into a short down to the whole number 12. It just didn't happen. And so I kept watching it, and eventually I ended up taking the trade on the long side as it broke through all of this. I think I even have you can see that little green, don't know if it's showing up well in the video, but there's a little green dotted line right there. That's where I put my alert, and I took the trade at 1273. So let's see, that's yeah. So I had the alert at 1270. So basically took the alert just a little bit above here at 1273. Uh, I took some out now it got through 13. I wasn't sure it was going to get through 13. It did. I actually said in the room that it might pause about right now. Actually, if I get the 15, you're going to see it a little bit better why I thought it might pause. Saying, it might pause right there. See at the top of this candle, the body of this 15-minute candle, look where this topping tail ended up. And I was saying, this could probably be the area where it's going to have some problem. So anyway, bottom line is I took some out at 1333, and I took my eye off it, unfortunately, just a little bit because I should have got rid of it, most of it in the 1320s. Got rid of the balance at 1310. But this was just basically a script flipper for me, as I call it. The script for me was going to be perhaps shorting. The other though thing is that look at all these bottoming tails. One, two, three, four, five. This was the nice one. Again, sellers really tried to jam it down, and the buyers took over, closed it a little higher, and then the buyers really took over. So when you see a pattern like this with a lot of bottoming tails, and then finally a green candle that kind of wipes out all this, it's a decent sign that things that the trend is going to change. I mean, does it happen all the time? Of course not. But I mean, it's a decent pattern to look for. So I have some other trades, but Akamai was another one. Akamai actually was I really should go over it only because we were alerted to it on the AI channel again. It was a long 43.55. And notice we got stopped out. Now I didn't take it. This was long, and this was at what 9:48. Now I wasn't getting in any more long ones. SPY was just SPY was just absolutely tanking, as I pointed out before. So I was just going to hold off all longs. And so had you taken it, you would have got stopped out. But what I did say in the room was that I was going to put an alert at that price, the 43.55 price. So hopefully. Let's see. Well, I know I put an alert, but maybe. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Sorry, here's another green. So you see what I did? I put an alert right there, and this is how people ask me, how do you use the AI channel? Well, just because this first alert, and this is where the alert would have been, and then it tanked, okay, and then it came back. So just because the first time it failed doesn't mean you just disregard it, and you have to take, into account what was happening with the SPY. At this point, I think the SPY might have been stabilizing just a little bit, gave me a little more confidence to get into this trade. So I took the trade at not right there, but I took it right here at about 43.70. So let me just mark it up here. Took the trade right here. And now this did not, let's see, where did I get out? Oh yeah, got out just as it I was hoping. I took some off at 44.03. You know, it popped up here and I took some off. I was as it was coming down because it just looked like it wasn't going to well, it was struggling at the whole number. And then I got very lucky and I took some out right here, just a little bit above my buy. And then it popped right back up. I mean, this was pretty difficult, you know. Um, and I got back in at 44.16 and got out again at 44.30. So I mean, just kind of pennies. I kind of got a little antsy on this one. I mean, obviously I could have held on for a lot more, but again, you know, the SPY was all over the place, and you know, I was just a little bit reluctant to stay in anything long. So there is how I use the AI channel, Holly. That's how I use it. You know, I won't forget about it just because it didn't work the first time. And you just have to look at the market a little bit. And, you know, once we get the limit alerts working for everybody, now they're working for me, but it hasn't, I know there's a new release of TI Pro, but it hasn't been released yet. The limit alerts have not been released yet. Still, I don't want to call it a bug, but there's a bit of a challenge in saving them all. So I think they want to rectify that situation before they alert or they release it to everybody. But you, again, they're so easy to put on your chart. I mean, you know, again, if I wanted to be alerted right here, you know, like a high of the day break, I just right click. Sorry, just right click, create the alert, and so it's going to alert me when it hits 44.80. I can go expiration is today. I don't care about holding it any longer. And there it is. And you see how that little, there's a little orange dotted line right here. And if it happened that it would break through, that orange line would turn green. Like that's what happened here. So it's a great, it's a great tool to have. I mean, I'm not saying that other, like your brokerage platform probably gives you alerts, other charting programs gives you alerts. I just find that this is so simple to use just by right clicking and putting it right on the chart and just forgetting about it. And of course, you know, you can put a note in here. And the other thing is that I know I think I may have talked about it yesterday, but the invalid price. So, you know, I'm looking for this to go up here, but what if right now this collapsed all the way down here? So I might say, you know what, I don't care if it reaches up here. I don't care so much anymore because it's collapsed so much. So I could put, say, a price. If it goes down below 44, I don't really care about being alerted to this anymore. And that's what this invalid price means. Anyway, things to look forward to. Definitely things to look forward to. So again, you want to subscribe, get Holly, get the AI channel. Again, we're looking at raising the price. Right now it's 12.88. I believe the price is going to be raised within 2 weeks. I think we're going to have a Super Bowl. We're going to announce that this is just about it. Maybe run it for a week longer, and then afterwards the price will go up. Okay, that is it for today. Let me back these things out. And again, here's how to get into the room. It's a free room. Tell your friends, come on in, and live from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Um, Thanks for listening. See you in the room tomorrow. Bye bye.